Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Ryan and I'm a former Royal Marines Commando from the United Kingdom, and today we're going to be talking about the United States Marine Recon, Force Recon Division Recon. It's a video that was created a few months ago, so it should be pretty up to date with regards to its information on the United States Marine Recon guys. I have worked with the US Marine Recons. I have actually been led by a Marine Recon officer, so I know a little bit about them and how they operate. And they're a very high skilled group of individuals indeed, guys, but we're going to get into this. We've got a bit of footage for you. It's about 9 minutes long worth of footage. We might skip through some of the points that aren't really pertinent, but I'm looking forward to getting into this one. And it is going to be linked back to the British military as well, because I've obviously got experience of working in the Royal Marines and being in the Royal Marines working with the US Marines. So there's a bit of back and forth, and I will try and engage you guys with information pertaining to the Royal Marines as well. So a bit of both from the UK and the United States. I normally do this at the end of the video, guys, but for this video, I want to share it with you right now. Hopefully you're going to stick around to listen to this, because I've been getting a lot of positive comments at the end of the videos, so I thought I'd try and capture a few more members early on with this. If you don't want to listen to it, guys, then just skip through a couple of minutes. It's absolutely fine, but please try and stick around. So I'm actually on a quest at this moment in time. My biggest challenge in life at the moment is trying to find a YouTube talent manager. Now, I've been in contact with a very famous YouTube talent manager who's in charge of some very famous individuals on YouTube, on the platform, on other social media sites as well. And there's a very specific reason I'm trying to do this, guys. My life goal at this moment in time is to try and get involved in YouTube boxing. Why? I'm not going to lie. It's because it seems to be quite a lucrative business, and two, it's something I really want to do. It's something that I want to be able to share with you guys, that experience. I want to share with you the journey, and I want to be able to create a playlist on YouTube, on my channel, for those that want to see that part of me. It gives a little bit of in-depth, an in-depth kind of backstory to what I'm all about. All right, I have done a bit of boxing, and I would just like to get involved with some of those guys who are on the YouTube boxing scene, because they're getting involved in some fantastic shows around the world. They're really, really doing well, and I believe genuinely that if I got into that scene, I would cause shockwaves throughout the boxing scene, especially in the YouTube world, because I think I'm better than them, and that's just me being a little bit cocky, a little bit brazen, but you can blame it and put it down to that thing there. It gives me that confidence, guys. But if you want to support me on that journey, the best thing you can do is share this content, subscribe to the content, and most importantly, view the content for as long as possible. This is the reason why. I've been given an ultimatum by the talent manager. The talent manager, and I'll name him when I'm allowed to, once I've gained a place on under their wing in talent management. But he said quite specifically that you need 40 to 70,000 views per video for the next month or so, and then get back to us. And I'll take his word for that, because he's given me a pretty concrete email regarding that. The views, since I've mentioned that, have went up staggeringly, and we're in the right direction now. A lot of those videos are actually within that bracket. So thank you first and foremost for sticking by and supporting the cause. It's something that, you know, I feel bad asking, but this time around, guys, I really do need your help. I need you to share the content any way you can, view the content, subscribe to the channel, most importantly, okay? So I am asking something from you. So I don't normally like to do that, but please do that, guys, and I would really appreciate it. But sorry for wasting your time in the introduction early on. I have to get that message out. I'm going to see how it works. Let's get into the video. Enjoy it, guys. Drop your comments and thoughts below. Let's get into it. Thank you for being here. Force reconnaissance jungle insert. So the first thing they're doing is they're putting cam cream on their faces, getting ready to insert into the jungle. Emphasis is on realism, guys. You're not just going to go into that place and not be prepared, i.e. not put camp cream on or anything. You're not going to wait until you get into the jungle to start doing that stuff. You're doing that right off the bat. This is something that I've actually done. I've done a jungle insertion, not necessarily a forced reconnaissance jungle insertion, but it was a commando jungle insertion, which would probably be very similar. We had our reconnaissance guys out ahead of us doing all the things that they needed to do. The jungle, in my opinion, is the harshest environment to soldier in on the planet. So for those of you that don't know, that bit of kit on his hand there was a GPS. Really good bits of kit. But one thing to note, if the batteries fail or it fails electronically, as technology does from time to time, you've got to be able to revert to your map reading skills. The Mark 1 version of map reading with your map, your compass, and a pencil, all right, and a few other things. Few moments before that clip, we seen a guy with a map and compass doing just that. So don't think because these guys have got GPSs on their watches, on the wrists, that these guys can't map read, because these guys are probably the best in the US Marines. You know, their force recons and the Marine recons are literally, levels above a standard Marine, okay? And they should not be compared. They're a step above, guys.
Stuff out of the way. We get everybody over here doing it. So even if you're sitting in sit reps via HF.
So hard, guys, that environment. Honestly, it's really difficult. You are soaking wet all the time. I believe this is in Japan as well. Been there. Okay, so what looks like is happening here is they're doing a bit of a stop short, a listen and stop, as we would call it. All right, you've just done a bit of movement into the jungle, and they set up somewhat of an all-round defense to be able to respond to a situation if need be. So what they're doing is they're taking a knee and they're just having a listen for a few minutes. Why? To see if they're being followed. Good skills and drills. If you are being followed, what they've got actions on, they've either got to get the hell out of there or they've got to fight them. Now, recon, normally reconnaissance-based missions, aren't there to fight. They can if they need to, but that isn't the primary aim. It's to get in, gather intelligence so the bigger battle group can move on forward. That's what reconnaissance is all about. So they don't want to engage if it's not entirely necessary, but they can do so to a very high standard if need be. Definitely a listen and stop here. Okay, so a bit of an insertion there. It seems like a slightly different landscape. They've went from primary jungle there to, open plains. I'm not sure why, but we'll probably just get into that. It looks like they're doing a bit of live range time. It'll be interesting to see how these guys do it.
Hey, don't worry about aiming down. I moved my thumb. Got the straight barrel. I tried to aim. I was like.
Okay, so, general purpose machine gun variant, I believe. I can't remember what the United States call it. Let me know in the comments. Nice rate of fire. So, as promised, giving you guys a bit of an insight into how the British would do things. So that there would, whether it's with a reconnaissance element or not. Normally, you would see that in a fire support group. That weapon system would be a GPMG, general purpose machine gun equivalent, on bipod legs. That means it's in a SF role, sustained fire role, which means that it can be mounted and it can be put into the flank as a fire support weapon when you've got the light roll troops moving forward into the enemy positions. These things in a sustained fire role can be very, very impressive bits of kit, and the range on them can be phenomenal. So that's what we're looking at right now.
All right.
As you can see, because it's on a bipod as well, literally next to no recoil. Okay, very, very effective.
You got on top of it.
Yeah, you've got a line, an extended line of fire support weapon systems there. You know, you got your heavy machine guns on a bipod, on a tripod, you know, ready to go. So it's unbelievable set of firepower there on an enemy position. Whoever they're firing at will be getting their heads down, that's for sure. You don't want to be actively engaging in these types of weapon systems with people as trained as recons, that's for sure. Recon. So there you're seeing the same weapon system used in the light roll. Okay, that's what I used to do when I was in the Marines as well. It's the most satisfying weapon to fire as far as I'm concerned when you're with the fighting section, but bloody hard work, all right? Very, very heavy. The ammunition alone can weigh a lot. So it's a hard roll. That's why these recons are among the fittest individuals in not only in the US Marine Corps, but in the United States military period, all right?
MS2 Observer, Bullseye, 7 rounds in effect. Target number Alpha Bravo 1001, out.
Target left on the dirt road, Green Ivan, red head. Low 2.
You've got like a marksman out there getting accurate shots on. Reconnaissance, again, you know, they're not out there to cause absolute havoc. They're out there to free up movement for other troops to be able to move into that space and do the dirty work for them, so to speak. So that's why it's important for these guys to get accurate fire on. If they are going to engage in the enemy, then that's what they're doing. I get it, guys. Before you jump on the question, you know, United States Marine Recon doesn't necessarily mean they're going to always operate in a reconnaissance-based function, but that's technically, you know, what would be expected of these guys, I would think anyway, to free up the battle space for, you know, your more regular soldiers to get in. But if I'm wrong on that, please do let me know.
Hit. I thought we passed it over there. Identified. Contact.
I do miss this. Nice.
Identified. Contact. All right.
So for a bit of information behind this, those of you, if you're watching from the United States, you're better at shooting than British people per se, okay? So this is not for you. But anyone from England watching this might think, well, that target isn't really too far away from them. Pistols have a short barrel, meaning its range isn't going to be that good over a longer distance. It can be quite hard to be accurate with these things, okay, troops? I was actually really fond of the Glock, which what we use in the Royal Marines, and I loved pistol shooting. It was fantastic. All right, it's one of the best things ever. The reason you need to be proficient at using these pistols per se in the United States Marine Recon is because obviously the type of job that they do, they're going to be potentially engaging with the enemy in a more close quarter environment. So if your primary weapon system fails, you need to be able to get that secondary out and let rip. Okay, and that's why they're shooting pistols. To compare, the United States Marines, holistically speaking, is more like our British Army in terms of its size and in terms of its makeup. That's the main battle group for the United Kingdom. Okay, United States Marine Corps can cause havoc on the battle space. These are the people who come in and cause utter carnage. Okay, United States Marine Recons is what I would compare to the Royal Marines Commandos. They're more comparable, okay, believe it or not. They're a very highly trained Marine, basically, which is what we are as standard. We don't really have a lower standard Marine because there's just not that many of us. It's easier to churn out our numbers at a high state of professionalism than what it is in the United States, because you have that many normal bog standard US Marines. Doesn't make them any less efficient at what they do. Very, very good at what they do. But to compare the two, United States Marine Recons are the guys who are similar in nature, in stature, in proficiency, in professionalism to the Royal Marines. Them are the guys who work closely with each other on operations per se.
Contact.
Yeah, that target's dead.
Contact. Contact. Contact.
Nice. Yeah, he's gone.
All right. Count that.
That's a good grouping. Literally center of mass, or just above center of mass rather. And that guy's definitely safely dead, 100%. Marksmanship in the United States is phenomenal, guys. You're not going to get better shooters anywhere on the planet, in my personal opinion.
Sorry from back. That's excellent, right? I'll see you.
Okay, that's something I never got the chance to do, something that I would love to have done. Believe it or not, a lot of Royal Marines do get paratrooper trained, get their wings. It was just not in, I just wasn't in long enough to be able to get my wings. It's something that I wished I'd have done. The guys that do it said it's one of the best experiences of their life. You know, if anyone's done it, let me know how you felt during that time, because many people say it's absolutely one of the best feelings ever, guys. Wow. Yeah, I'm so jealous. That looks absolutely insane. Look at that, man. That's insane. Again, I can't speak from experience on this, guys. I've never done it, so I'm just watching in awe like you guys are. This is something that I still would love to do in life. Yeah, so the kit they're carrying, it looks like they're carrying a lot of specialized equipment, okay? There'll probably not be a lot of personal equipment within their rucksacks and stuff there. Task specific, and US Marine recons are very much task specific. So yeah, that's a little bit of an insight into the United States Marine Recons. Hopefully I've done it justice with regards explaining, how the United States Marine Recon are more comparable to the Royal Marines Commandos. If you want to see some footage on the Royal Marines Commandos so I can compare the two yet again, then let me know in the comments, guys. I'll be happy to do that for you. So the way these videos tend to be going now, because I've getting a lot of positive feedback from everyone, is it's not just a reaction anymore to watching content. I like to give a little bit more substance to what's going on, why it's going on, and what they can do better and stuff. It's more of a breakdown of the situation. So if you understand why I'm doing it and you like why I'm doing it, then please drop a comment. I will continue to do that, guys. A lot of you people want me to do more tactical breakdowns and stuff because you liked that video the other day. That's fine. I'll do that if you want. If anyone has any recommendations, then the best way to recommend this is to follow me on Twitter and drop a comment on there. Okay, guys? But hopefully you can appreciate why I'm doing this. I'll not reiterate the message in the beginning of the video. If you haven't watched the message, please revert back to that. But I just want to say thank you so much for supporting the channel. At a time, this time, it's needed because I have a challenge, and the challenge is to get these videos to 40 to 70,000 views, so I can come back to you in a month or two and go, you know what, we did it. We've got a talent manager. I'm getting on on the next YouTube boxing event next year or later this year. We can make these things happen. And I am determined to make this happen. So once I achieve that, I'm definitely going to be getting in contact with that talent manager and saying, hey, listen, I'm ready to go. What you need to do, sign me up. Even if I have to pay a portion of my channel proceeds to that, let's do it. I'm all ready to go because I think the YouTube boxing world needs to see someone like me, a former serviceman, Royal Marines Commando. I'll walk into the ring with my green lid. I'll represent my home country. I'll represent your countries. If you're a Marine, it doesn't matter where you serve from. I'm here for the veteran community. So that's a big old community, guys. And the YouTube boxing community has not got that at this moment in time. I want to be the first to do it. I want to be the guy who sets the way and paves the way for other people like me. Anything is possible. Anything is possible in life. I generally believe that, and I know that I can get this goal. I can smash through that target of 40 to 70,000 views per video, and I can get a talent manager, and I can give you the content that you want. So, troops, thanks for being here. Like, share, and subscribe. Members, thank you for being a member. Press join if you want to become one, and that's it, guys. Whatever you're doing, have a blessed day. Peace.